Okay, so here comes OctaviOS 2.5 official version, latest new update, which is available for the Mio Tool devices Redmi Note 9s, Redmi Note 9 Pro, Redmi Note 9 Pro Max, and Poco M2 Pro. These devices are supported for this latest update, which is based on Android version 11. If you don't know, OctaviOS is just one of those custom ROMs which has very new and unique kind of UI, a lot of customizations, good stability, performance, battery backup, everything seems to be very good. The thing is, this build doesn't have that much good impressions. Honestly, it has some little bit of extra bugs available here and there, which I will provide you, which I will share with you in this video. Stay tuned and make sure to watch this video till the end. We're going to talk about this thing, that is this fully compatible with other devices also, like these Mio Tool devices. Yes, it is, but is it good enough to use as your daily driver? If you don't use much those things which you want to use, you might see that this is good for daily driver or not. You can see these colors. First of all, if you have ever used Android 12 beta 1 yet, you might see these quick settings background color is now changed. It's almost same like Android 12, and yes, I'm using Android 11, and this thing actually looks quite good. This is a very good feature available in the OctaviOS, and I honestly like this feature a lot. If you move on to the edit option and you want to check out some other extra tiles, we have many options available for you. Ambient display, heads up gaming mode. It also comes with the FPS info meter overlay. Basically, simply enable this and that is working perfectly fine. I didn't try this much in other custom rooms, but in some custom rooms where I tried, it was not working. So that's why I was just testing here, and yes, honestly, it's just working quite good. You can give it a try if you want to, it's just up to you, but some guys use, some guys don't use. If you want to use, you can use it. If you don't want to use, you can simply deny it. Now moving on to some other things, for example, talking about these apps, you have all these apps available. It comes with the Google Apps pre-installed, which means as if you have Google Apps pre-installed, you get the Pixel launcher pre-installed. And yes, if you use the vanilla build, and it has both of the builds available for you. If you're using vanilla build which doesn't come with the Google Apps pre-installed, in that case you might get the launcher 3 or OctaviOS launcher, and in OctaviOS launcher you might see some extra features, some hidden apps features, some extra features, but in this build we have something different available for you. If we talk about some other things, for example, here we have this Pixel launcher. As I previously mentioned you, it has only Pixel launcher, but the Pixel launcher doesn't come with any kind of customizations, as you already know. So moving on to some other things about these things, as you know, in Pixel. So now moving on to some other things, first of all, talk about the CPU throttling test here. If we talk about the CPU throttling test, which sometimes we just saw that it will give you some different options, some different kind of stats, but in actual performance the ROM seems to be very different, and this is same like in this case also. We got some little bit of extra things here, CPU throttling test showing something different, but in actual the performance seems to be very good. I got some little bit of lags available here and there, but it's not the big thing, it's just working quite good. In CPU throttling test, as you can see, sometimes touching at 100%, sometimes going to 80%, not that much difference available here and there. You can see it doesn't give you drastical change in these performance related things. After using it for maybe approximately 1 minute, after testing it for 1 minute, I saw that there has been some little bit of options degradable in performance, degrade in performance. As you can see, just saw there, after 50 seconds it is just going below 80. So these are the things you need to keep in mind, but everything else is just fine. Geekbench score, yes, it matters a lot for some of the users. 551 is the single core score, 1617 is the multi-core score which you are getting here, and it will not show you the average Geekbench score like in Redmi Note 8. I measured that, I got some things there. I got stats with the average score and the normal score right now, but in this Redmi Note 9 Pro, or you can say Mio Tool device, whenever I try to check it out, it will not show you my average Geekbench score. So it will show you right now where my device is showing as 1617 is the multi-core score. As you just saw, in single core we have some different stats available for you. As you can see, 551 here, you will see single core comparison with some other devices. OnePlus 8 Pro, Galaxy S20 Plus, Redmi Note 9 Pro is showing as 561. My Redmi Note 9 Pro is showing as 551 because of its Mio Tool build. In Poco F1, Poco X3 NFC, Redmi Note 8 Pro, these are other scores in multi-core, and we have 1617, which is not actually same like the Redmi Note 9 Pro. So stats might be different here, but yes, that honestly doesn't matter a lot because actual performance is what matters. And to the benchmark is showing as 240390. Even in my Redmi Note 8 I got 2 lakh plus Antutu score, and in Redmi Note 9 Pro I am just getting 2 lakh 40,000, and Snapdragon 720G, maybe 732, it's 720G if I'm not wrong, and Redmi Note 8, which is Ginkgo, is Snapdragon 660, sorry. Actually, I use a lot of other devices, so actually I was just a little bit confused. And these are the stats which you get here. 240390 is the Antutu Geekbench score in this Redmi Note 9 Pro Mi Tool build, but other things are almost same here. This is a Geekbench score, so of course this just doesn't matter a lot. It has some little bit of extra different results. In your case, might be we are using 9.0.8 version. If you are using any other version, you might see some difference there. Moving on to the Magisk related things, the latest Magisk version is of course compatible with this. We're using Magisk 23. The safety status is pass, and yes, if you use Magisk on your device, you might need to hide Magisk to pass the safety net status. If you don't use Magisk, of course you don't need any kind of Magisk hide. The safety status will definitely be passed without root, without installing Magisk, but if you have installed, you might need to hide Magisk from settings. And like that, if you want to check it out, my status bar related things, yes, I have status bar, dual status bar enabled. If you want to enable the dual status bar on your device, you can make that. Make sure to comment below, and I will try to provide you the module file so that you can install this dual status bar module. If you like it, you can simply use it. The best part is every module I tried till now is just working quite good. Moving on to some other things in the settings, as you can see, these are the UI things which you get here. Hello Tech as always, and let me show you the first bug which I got. In the previous update this was fixed, but in this update right now again this bug appears. I'm not saying that this is actually a device bug, it's actually kind of a source bug, so it's available in other devices also. As you can see, the name is now just not looking good. If you set the name to more than 7 characters, if I'm not wrong, maybe 7 characters, then the name will show up like this. So it's better to change it and use it maybe less than 4, less than 5 characters basically. Just click on OK, go back and check it out if it is working now. And yes, it's just working quite good. This is how it is working like. So yes, these are the things which you need to keep in mind, but everything else is same. The UI seems to be same and no have major differences if you compare with the previous updates. The new animation, everything is present there. The icons which you getting here in settings are inspired from MIUI. It also has the option to choose from Cartoony, or you can choose a default icons. Whichever icon you want to choose, you can simply use that. And if we talk about other things, UI is almost same. If you compare to the previous builds, the UI doesn't have many much changes, but else is same. Let me show you one more thing. Let me show you by going into my screenshots that one thing which I got here. This is how the wallpaper will be stretched, will be changed when I just tried to check it out, the Antutu benchmark score, then I got this issue. So these are some basic issues which you get here. Including that, we also have some padding related issues. So there are some little bit of extra issues available. And talking about the battery backup related things, detailed usage includes these stats. In my case, 3 hours 36 minutes. I'm using from past 14 hours, so no issues for me. The battery backup seems to be very good and good enough. Status bar icons, as you just saw, status bar icons has VoLTE, Wi-Fi, both of the icons are present. Octavi has the same features. Also, let me show you one more bug. In the quick settings, if you set the quick setting columns and rows, you might not see any difference here. Yes, I tried that. I tried to use a 1 row on portrait, this was not working. I tried to use a 2 rows on portrait, that was not working. So this is also one of bug, and this is also one of the bugs which you get in other devices also, but everything else is just fine. You can use this on your device as a daily driver. Just simply don't think about these bugs which you get. These are not major bugs. These were the things I just wanted to let you know. This is all from today's video. I hope you like this. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air.